Okay, so hello YouTube, this is a teacher Stain with another Roblox tutorial, or whatever you want to call it. But this is going to be how to build a decent airport, because a lot of people want me to build them an airport, but what they don't understand is that it's kind of hard to explain. Yeah, it's just horrible. But, yeah. So this is my, I think it's called, yeah, Batesworth Airport that I just built. I think I styled it in for South America, somewhere in Chile, but it's Qantas since they do fly to Santiago, Chile on planes. But yeah. So first I'm gonna make a pack for people to actually uh have something to work with, and that will be in the description down below. So this is how you start building an airport. So you go to inventory, you go down to basic building, then you click whatever material you want, random. I just usually use stone, or whatever pops up in my head first. And then I start out with a square. Just a regular square. Now building the square isn't very hard, but as we get more in depth, I think it will get a little harder, but just not very hard at the same time. Because I'm not going to show you how to make like a very good airport, I'm just going to show you how to make a decent one so people don't start accusing you of free modeling, even though you probably are if you're one of those type of people. I usually only use free models like for things that I don't know how to build. For example, none of this is really free models except for these cars over here. I don't really know how to build cars, so those are just the only free models in this game. And some of the ground crewways. And yeah. Oh, but the planes are made by PC Hero, and this one's made by Europe or whatever you pronounce his name up. But yeah, where did that airport go that I was just trying to build? Aha, okay. So then, this will be included in the pack. Use these type of windows. I'm just gonna have to take that off. Okay, because something's wrong with the studio right now, and that I can't copy and paste, which is weird. And you can just put this window, make it whatever size you want. Just gonna make this a little bigger quick. And ignore the stone material for now, because we can tweak it to look exactly like whatever you want it to look like after we already get the main details off. So yeah. And then what I usually do is I just start putting the windows like this. Kind of like that. One second, I have to create a model because Roblox, like, once again, copy and paste isn't working, so I'm just gonna have to go like that. Okay, there we go. And then you can keep copying and pasting that if it works when you're doing this, watching this video. So, yeah. I'm just gonna have to hurry because I don't want people to. I'm gonna cut this part out, so don't worry. You don't have to go through this process. Okay, so we are back with the finished airport product, or at least the base. So, one tip I have is don't start with anything fancy, or else it'll kind of confuse you if you're a beginner at Roblox Studio. And yeah. Now we can actually start focusing on what the airport will actually look like, rather than its shape. So, you can put down a floor. which I will do now. And after this, you're gonna have to put on some jetways, gates, whatever you want to call them. But I'm gonna make a carpeted floor, so that could be this color. That's a good color. Okay, and then make the roof. And then after you make the roof, you can start adding the jetways, or whatever, jetways, whatever you want to call them. And I'm just gonna get one out of my models, which should be somewhere down here. There it is. Okay, this is not my jetway. It's Europe's or whatever you wanna call him. And then since this airport's a little too small for that jetway, I'm gonna move it up a little bit. Oh, forgot that I locked this. And then you can move it up a bit, like that. And no, move it down a little bit, like that. Up, 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 up. Okay. Now, like that. Ugh. Now it's too far up. Okay, so down, 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 down. Nope. Down, 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 down. Nope. Down, 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 down. And this is probably the most annoying process, in my opinion. Trying to get it all scaled to each other. Up, up, up. Okay, there we go. Finally. Okay. And then we can destroy that. Move that like that. Move that a little in. Like that, like that. Okay. Now we have that jetway. I'm gonna make the floor a little bit higher so people won't have to jump to get on that. There you go. Okay, and then you can keep doing this until you have as many jetways as you want. So I'm just gonna put 3 of them just for lack of time. I'm also gonna make the roof have a concrete texture. Like that, and I need to and then remember to anchor everything. It would be horrible if someone just walks into your airport and it would all fall apart. That's happened. Okay, so everything's anchored now. And just retexture everything. This is just gonna be a small terminal within an airport if I ever do use this, but if you really wanted an airport that kind of looked like this, just make this but in a larger scale. For example, one second here. This part right here, all I really did was build this part, then I copied and pasted it to make a side part, and then I copied and pasted it onto this, because as you can see, they're kind of like not really welded into each other. They're just two different bricks, and that's because I just copied and pasted it together. So this is all just one single part that I copied and pasted. And then this part right here, I just kind of made a square brick and decorated it with some planes and baggage claim, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Okay, and then we have our 3 jetways. And then you can decorate it however you want. This airport will be going in my models as a free model, so if you want to use it, you can. But if you really want to, you can modify it also to make it look like the airport you want. So, yeah. There we go. And then you can just put separate airlines. And then you can decorate the jetways at any color you want. So I'm just going to make it blend in with the airport. So I'm not going to do that right now just because, and recolor the carpet. And then after you get this small airport done, you can move that to a spot on your map. And then you can start making the actual runway and taxiway, which isn't very hard. All you need to do to build a runway, make another square just like the airport, just a little bigger one, like that. Move it a little like this, and then move your airport on top, like that. And then you can put concrete texture on that if you like. Or you could recolor this to make it look like that, but I think in real life taxiways are a little more of that color. And then you can add some entrances to the runway, so I'm just gonna do this part except on a smaller scale. So like this. And then like, let's see, just put another one right here. That. Make them to size. And then keep doing this. Until you have however many taxiways you want to the actual runway. And I'm only going to put 3 because of, yet again, lack of time. And then like that. And then you can actually start making the actual runway. again, if you really get desperate and you need an airport right away, you can just use this one because I'm going to put it on free models. And you can find that in my inventory on my character, Captain 111112351's, yeah. And there you go. Make this kind of like that. Okay, there we go. And then you can actually start painting the runway colors you want it to be. So the runway is going to be this color, and then I'm going to leave the taxiway, or maybe actually let's make it. I'm just going to leave it. And then if you really want to get a little bit more detailed, you can actually put in the taxi lines like this over here, where the plane goes on top of the taxi line so they can line up with the jetway and get in. So what I do for that is you can go in models and search walk through brick, and then choose this orange one. This is what I always use. And you don't have to do this because it'll also be included in the airport building pack that I have. And then you can just take some random plane, or well, just take a plane, and you can scale it up. So 1 second here, just get delete these logos. I accidentally put that on there. Okay, and then you can put your airplane on. Just make this a little wider so the planes can fit. There we go. Now it should be able to fit there. Okay. Then you can attach your planes like that. And then you can add your taxi lines, and here I'm just gonna give you look what they look like. So what a taxi line basically is, it guides the person to the jetway and runway, and hangars. So I'm just gonna want to make a line down here, right down the plane's wheel. So let me do that right now. Okay, there, now. Just go like this. I'm not gonna make the lines very detailed at the moment because lack of time. And then if you want to get really detailed, you can also add shadows, but that's not gonna be in this tutorial. But what you do for shadows is you just kind of get an imprint of the plane, and you make it scale, and then you turn it into a shadow. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I'll show you. This isn't my shadow, because since this isn't my plane, but I got it from PC Hero, and here is the shadow. Now that we have that runway line done, we can do it for this one. That won't move. The brick will not move. Whatever. I'm just gonna have to use this. Okay. Then just keep doing this with every jetway. Of course, you don't really have to. It's just if you want to make it a lot more scale to the actual way the plane goes to the jetway, you can do what I'm doing. But if you really just don't want to spend any time doing this, you can just randomly put the runway lines down. But I suggest on not doing that. Oh, looks like this is too small for a plane to get on there. It's gonna go like this. There you go, okay. Oh, it's welded in. Okay. Oh no, no. Okay, so do that with every. Here, I'm not gonna waste your time by doing that. And then go like that. That. This. That. Like that. Oh, what just happened? Okay, there. There we go. Okay. And now we just put that there. Like that. Okay, and once you're done with all of that, you can make the actual taxi line that tells the planes where to taxi to and from the runway. So here we go, like that. And like that. And in this airport's case, I am making another square because this is all just squares. This would have gotten a lot faster if I would have had the Control C, Control V copy and paste functions, but that's for some reason not working. Like I've said 2 other times. And then you just go like that. And then you have this. And that's done. So now you can just go like that. And then you can recolor them to yellow like a real airport, which I will do shortly after I flatten this part out. Oh, forgot one part. And then make those yellow. Like this. And then you can keep flattening and recoloring the taxi lines. And then once you're done with all of that, you can start making the actual taxi line to the runway. Or the second part of the taxiway to the runway, so you can go like that, put this in the middle, attach that part, like that, and then like that. And sorry if this is taking a long time to complete the task of making an airport, but some people just wanted me to actually show them how to make one from scratch. So that is exactly what I am doing. And feel free to use this airport any way you like. I won't accuse you of being a free modeler if you use it. It would just be nice if people would start building their own airports instead of copying other people's airports. But I don't really care. The only thing I really care about is people copying other people's planes, and that's really horrible. Like, I've seen 4 or 5 people rename Europe's 737-800 to a 747, which isn't even close to what it looks like. And then half of the people in the aviation industry think that making an airline is just for fun, and they don't even know one thing about planes, which is also bothersome. But then there are all the actual legitimate airlines in Roblox that actually know what they're doing, and like Jet Air, Air Attica, and Speedjet, and all those other airlines. But yeah. And now we have our finished airport completed with jetways, taxiways, the actual airport. Oh, one more thing. I can't believe I forgot this. Okay. And then you have your actual airport, the taxi lines, the runway, the taxiway, and the windows. And that is how to make an airport. But one more thing, if you want to actually make check-ins and waiting rooms, you just take a brick and make a half square like this. And this is pretty simple. And then go like that. Make it all good, and then go like that. And then you can just put this wherever you want. And then you can do that for every single jetway. Let me just save this to Roblox so I can copy and paste very fast. Even though I'm not really copying and pasting. It'd be horrible, but there we go, and then you go like that. Ugh, once again it's not moving. So I have to do that. And then we go like that. And then we go like that. And then we go like that. And then you can also add waiting seats and all of that other stuff. And you have your fully completed airport. So yeah, remember the pack link is in the description as the airport is too. And thank you for watching, comment, rate, and subscribe.